What is up, Stranger Things fans? My name is Trevor. Welcome to my channel. I am joined by Chris from Film Stock yet again. How you doing, sir?
Doing damn good. Love talking Stranger Things. Happy to be back.
Absolutely. We are doing a tier list ranking of all the Stranger Things villains. From all the hosts of Vecna to Vecna himself, we're going to place them on the proper tiers. Join us down below in the comment section. Who is the best Stranger Things villain and why is it Angela? Let us know that down below. Hit the like button, subscribe button, head over to Film Stock for lots more Stranger Things content. Let's hop into these tiers. Starting out with our tiers, we have amazing, then we have good, then we have okay, then we have meh, then we have bad. We have about 10 villains we're going to talk about here. A lot of them are like the disciples of Vecna himself and other couple individual villains. We're going to start off with the Terminator from Season 3. I think you do a pretty good impression of this guy.
Gregory.
Gregory, yes he is. I'm going to put Gregory, I think speak for both of us, in the okay tier.
Yeah, I mean, this dude's just a Terminator knockoff. He's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, so why would I put him up high? He does impose a nice physical threat for Hopper, though. They have some great hand-to-hand combat. Other than that, he's just the muscle. That's
all he really is, and you kind of forget he's in Season 3, and you had to remind me that he was in Season 3, but he is there to whoop up on Hopper. He does a pretty good job at it, but doesn't make it through Season 3 alive. Kind of a forgettable villain, but definitely that physical threat when he goes on screen. You're like, oh, shit.
Absolutely.
Moving on to the GOAT himself, Vecna. Gonna put Vecna in the amazing tier. I don't think anyone can argue that because when you watch Season 4, you find out that Vecna has been pulling all the strings all along, and Vecna himself is menacing, he's terrifying, takes away some of our lovable characters from Chrissy to Max to everyone.
The thing I love about Vecna is the fact that it's 01 and Henry Creel, so there's so many layers to unpeel on this character. Jamie Campbell-Bower crushes it in this performance. We see him, as 01, or this mysterious figure working with, 11 in the lab, and then his evolution over the thing, is in the makeup. He's terrifying, frankly, and he's the endgame villain. There's no one that's going to be bigger or badder in Stranger Things than him. He instills fear in these characters, just like the audience. He has to be the best in the show.
Absolutely, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do in Season 5. It's going to be menacing, it's going to be terrifying, and all along, he's always pulling the strings. When you find that out, jaw to the floor. Henry Creel, 1, and Vecna is easily the best villain of Stranger Things. Then we're going to go over to Billy, who was like the smaller villain in Season 2, and then it kind of has redemption in Season 3, but definitely the strongest host that Vecna attaches to. I think Billy's a good villain, because he is kind of that dick older brother, and you can see where he's come from. You can relate to Max if you had an older brother treated you this way, but I can also see he could be in the okay tier.
I'd go good with Billy, just because I think this is a character that, again, is so kind of despicable at times, even before he gets taken over by the Mind Flayer at the time. We didn't know it was Vecna. And then he has a little bit of a redemption in the end, like a slight bit where he does sacrifice himself for everyone in the Starcourt Mall. So I'd go good with him because he is such an asshole early on. Yeah. And then he is a great, pawn for Vecna.
And he's got a thing with the ladies.
True.
It's Karen Wheeler. She was going after him. Then we have Dr. Brenner himself. And then we were talking about this before, but Dr. Brenner has to go in the amazing tier.
I think so.
Yeah, because of all the trauma he instilled in these kids and how he basically made 11 who she is, and the reason she has so much hurt and trauma in her life is because of him, and it even affects Vecna still to this day. And 11 says to him Papa is alive, and big mind bomb right there.
I mean, Brenner's a terror from day one. He's the OG villain of the show in many ways. He's been behind so many things that we've seen unfold throughout the course of the show. Yep. He has to be in that top tier.
Absolutely, and Dr. Brenner is a bastard, man. But when he died, it was almost trying to be like a redemption arc, kind of sad, but it was.
I'm glad 11 got her final power moment over him and was like, no, I'm not going to let you have your way in the end. I'm better than you. I'm out.
Exactly. She took that step, and she's a badass. Moving on, we got the Demogorgon, the first antagonist we saw in Stranger Things in the first season. Those things imposed a very big physical threat, and it definitely was a scary creature coming after these young kids and Hopper in the town of Hawkins. I'm a little conflicted with the Demogorgon. Okay, is he good?
I go good. Honestly, because he's the first physical threat, and there's so much mystery on the Demogorgon. Yeah. He's a very slimy, creepy creature, and he takes on 11 in Season 1, and he technically killed Brenner at the time, not really, but I'd go, and then we see Demogorgon come back in Season 4 and puts on a show against Hopper, so I'd have to go with good.
Yeah, I guess he's the OG Stranger Things villain. When you think Stranger Things, you almost think the Demogorgon, right? So, absolutely. Then we have the Mind Flayer. Obviously, there's the shadow, the mist of the Mind Flayer. We're just going to use here the physical being of the Mind Flayer, that big-ass alien creature-looking thing. Overall, just Mind Flayer in general is the biggest physical threat we saw our heroes face in Season 3. This thing is disgusting. It's huge. It's that Battle of Starcourt. It's insane. They attack him with fireworks. Literally fireworks. But I don't know. Again, it's so you see another threat here. Is it good? I could lean towards good.
I'd go good with the Mind Flayer because of the influence, the Mind Flayer's had over multiple seasons, kind of possessing Will in season 2, taking its physical form in like the spider beast in the course of season 3, and then of course we find out in season 4 that Vecna kind of shaped the Mind Flayer into what it looks like because of the spider. So there's a lot more appreciation I have for this character now, or this entity, if you will. I gotta go good with Mind Flayer.
That's fair. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. Then we have the demo dog, which we get to see Steve use his bat. And this is what made Max become a believer in everything the kids were trying to tell her. I would say demo dogs, though, are more okay. Like, if I had to fight any of these, I'm taking the demo dog every single day.
That's like the most easily defeatable of these, upside down foes. I mean, Steve Harrington's kicking ass with a bat. I mean, speaking of bats, the next one
is the bat. And I would put bats in okay as well, because these things would be probably one of the hardest to fight because they fly around and everything, and they almost took out Steve. They did take out the character of Eddie, so these things are menacing. But again, another just little disciple of Vecna himself, don't have like a thought for themselves. And Vecna would never like send these like on a mission like he does the Mind Flayer, the Demogorgon, almost the Demo Dogs. They're kind of just like a side villain. But
they kind of just exist in the Upside Down. They pose a threat to our characters. They obviously got the upper hand on Eddie, rest in peace. But these things, I wouldn't want to fight them because you don't have leverage on them. They're swinging down at you like a pterodactyl in the Jurassic era. So I wouldn't want to go against these.
I'm good. That's terrifying. And the way they took out Eddie, that seems like a slow and painful death, even though he might not be dead, but we'll see.
Shall.
Moving on to easily the best character in TV history, Angela in the bad tier.
Without question.
Seeing her face get smashed in with a roller skate, I don't care what anyone says, it was satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if people in the world are this hateful because this show made her the most hateable bully character of all time. Just despicable from the start.
Yep.
No redeemable quality. She deserves to be in the bad tier. I hate her guts, and I think we all should.
Yep, absolutely. I hope she's nice in real life. Like, I really do.
The actress, yeah.
But in the show, she is mean and awful. And it's this scene right here, the picture we're using,
oh my gosh,
where she tells Elle, like, go cry to your dad. Oh, wait. And that's when Elle just smacks her in the face. Rightfully so. Then we have Jason. And of all of these villains, I'm going to put Jason probably in the meh tier. He's better than Angela because he does pose more of a physical threat for like the kids. That he can beat him up. He damn near kills Lucas himself. But he has a motive. His girlfriend is killed brutally, and he just truthfully didn't communicate with his girlfriend, didn't really know his girlfriend the way he actually thought he did. But you can see his motives. Not saying anything he did is right because he's like a cult activist, it seems like. But he's just a dick. Like, you just don't like him.
Yeah, you're kind of questioning what his motives are at first, and then once his girlfriend dies, he's hell-bent on taking on the Hellfire Club. He's basically projecting his, grief for the death of his girlfriend onto the Hellfire Club and wanting to take them out, when in reality, they're not all they're cracked up to be. They're actually a pretty good group of kids, so he just kind of got lost in his trauma.
I almost wish Jason had, a redemption. I didn't come after him so hard. I wish he was more, heartbroken and distraught on, exactly what happened. And, they made him, just painted him a straight villain, but I wish almost he was kind of, someone who could turn into them. Hellfire Club.
Instead, he got Darth Maul and Thanos at the same time.
Same time, dude. It was ridiculous. That's going to do it for our ranking of all 10 Stranger Things villains. Let us know down below in the comment section who's your favorite villain from the entire series. Hit the like button, subscribe button, head over to Filmstock for lots more Stranger Things content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like button, subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.